Hey everybody, this video brings me and Chris out to Exton, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we are in Exton, Pennsylvania today is because we're at the Exton Square Mall, a completely 100%, okay, maybe I shouldn't say 100%, but I would say maybe what, 80, 90, let's go 90. 90% dead mall. There's not much going on in here. I've actually brought you guys in here before. We walked around, we took a look at it, but the reason why we're in here today is, look at that, somebody's really happy. Somebody was dancing in there. Did we catch that? I don't know. There's people dancing in here. So the reason why we're coming here today actually is because, I'm surprised that door still works. Does this work? That is actually incredibly surprising that those doors actually still function and they still open up. So anyway, the reason why we're here today is because we want to see something that is back, finally, kind of, sort of.
We're kind of back.
No, we want to go see, for those of you out there who grew up with Toys R Us, we love Toys R Us. We were Toys R Us kids. I don't want to grow up, because if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid, and I have never grown up. I am a 40-year-old.
Don't want to grow up.
I am a 40-year-old child at heart.
Well, that's definitely true.
We go this way or this way? I guess
you tell me which way we going.
It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, so we...
To the Aussies?
Pretty much. So we love our Toys R Us. And as you guys know, Toys R Us, or maybe you didn't know, Toys R Us went out of business. How long ago was that? Like 5 years ago or something?
Something like that.
A couple of years ago, Toys R Us.
It hurts on a daily basis.
I don't like thinking about it.
No.
They went out of business, unfortunately. And then it was maybe like 2 years ago or something. They kind of came back. No, I guess it was 3 years ago at this point. But they came back right before COVID hit. They were kind of coming back. They had a couple stores open up. We actually went out to one. We did some thrifting at one of them. It was pretty awesome.
It is big,
went out.
New flagship place. There's only like two in the country. Texas and North Jersey, right?
We went to the one in North Jersey.
Right. And then that closed.
And then, we're shocking each other. Wow. Ow. Anyway, so we went to the one in North Jersey, which was awesome. But then COVID hit, and their plans to open up all these stores and these other little stores inside malls, it didn't happen. I think the idea was to kind of do stores that were sort of similar to kind of like KB Toys. So small. Stop touching me. You're shocking me. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, so they were going to do these smaller stores inside malls, kind of like KB Toy stores. KBT stores, right? KB Toy stores, KBT stores. KBT. Anyway, so they're going to do some KBT stores in the malls. That was the idea. And then, like I said, unfortunately, do you see Jeffrey? And unfortunately, it never happened because, like I said, COVID hit, and the whole idea never panned out. But now they're kind of back, sort of. Here's a little bit of Jeffrey. We gotta go downstairs. So as you can see, there's some Jeffrey the Giraffe. So Toys R Us is sort of, kind of, in a way.
They have a small section here.
They do have a little small section here of toys.
Art?
That's awesome. I used to have an art set like that when I was a kid. So Toys R Us is kind of sort of back now in Macy's. We're actually inside of Macy's right now. And they've brought them back. Oh gosh, that's a
baby shark, baby shark,
Now that's stuck in your head all the rest of the day.
Copyright.
I didn't know Baby Shark was that popular. Disney, what's this?
Doorables.
Doorables.
There's the hidden characters inside the doors.
Those are actually kind of awesome. I dig those. I like the Mickeys. Those are neat.
So these are.
Is there one? How many's in here?
8.
Oh, you get. Oh.
There's usually 8, and then there's a mystery. There's a mystery bonus figure. So some packs have 8, some packs.
Is it a figment? If it's a figment, I want it.
This is all Mickey.
I want a figment. I want a mystery figment. Anyway, let's go downstairs. Let's go find the real Toys R Us. So Toys R Us is kind of back in Macy's now, which is pretty awesome. I would prefer that they come back in the. Look at that.
Ready, set.
I would prefer that they come back in actual, like, legit toy store form. I know we'll probably never get a Toys R Us back like we used to have, where these big, giant, standalone stores. I miss that. That'll probably never be a thing again, unfortunately. But I would love for them to actually do
That way.
this way. Oh, I see the sign. I would love for them to at least come back in the form that they were thinking about coming back in the whole, like, KB Toy Store type deal. That'd be pretty awesome. But for now, inside the Macy's is still pretty awesome. At least we have some sort of Toys R Us for kids to come out to. I actually took my child. My son was very young when Toys R Us closed. We went out on like the last day they were open. We went out to the store. We walked. Yeah, it was very sad. My son didn't know what was going on. For me, it was heartbreaking. We walked around the store. I took my son to Toys R Us for the last time ever, and he was only like 2 years old at the time. Look at that, Jeffrey the Giraffe, Toys R Us. Wait, I'm I'm gonna sit with Jeffrey. Here, I'll sit over here. There we go. Chilling with Jeffrey the giraffe at Toys R Us. That is awesome. I love the photo opportunity here. That is so cool. So it's pretty awesome that Toys R Us still exists, at least in some form. Look at the, look at the Jeffrey Christmas plush. That's actually awesome. What are they asking on this? $12.99. Oh, the little keychain. That's cool. I'm digging the Christmas plush.
Went to the Macy's Toys R Us near my house, and I picked this one up.
You picked one of those up?
And I picked one of these up, too.
Of course. Well, you have a little mini... See, for those of you who do not know Chris, this guy right here, he has a blog, Muppet Stuff blog. You guys can check it out. It's at muppetstuffblog.com?
Muppetstuff.blogspot.com.
But it's,
anyway,
okay,
Google,
Muppet Stuff blog on YouTube, right?
And on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff.
There you go. Check him out. So he's a big Muppet collector. You have the. I'm gonna say it right now. You have the largest Muppet collection in the world, which is pretty just insane. But you have a bunch of other little collections as well, and one of your other little collections is definitely Toys R Us stuff. You pick up
especially since it all went out of business, and you never know when you're going to find these things. And so the classic stuff is harder to find, and some of the new things you never know. Like when there's not going to be any more Jeffrey anymore. So get them when you can.
When we go thrifting, we go to the thrift stores, and he finds Jeffrey stuff. He picks them up.
Look at this cool Jeffrey ornament.
You need that. Do you have that?
I don't. I have something else though.
It's $10. Get it.
I don't like dated. No.
It does. Is there a date on it?
This. I got
oh,
this.
It does say 2020.
I got this.
2022.
This Santa Jeffrey. I'm good.
You're really not going to get this?
No, I got something else
to hang on your tree.
They may have it somewhere else. I'll show you what else I picked up. They may have it.
All right, so you're not going to get the ornament. I don't know. Leave comments down below. Should he get the ornament? I think you should get the ornament.
You'll see.
All right, they have it. They got Lego here. This is all little mini figures. Those are cool.
More Baby Shark.
I did not know Baby Shark was that popular. They got Peppa Pig here. I love Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.
They got some Blue's Clues puppets and stuff.
That's cool. It's blue, magenta. What is it? Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper or something like that, or I forget their names.
Yeah.
And Steve. That's awesome. So much cool stuff. Ooh, look at the tarantula. That's creepy. I don't like that. I am not a big fan of spiders. You can get, look at this, tubs of Play-Doh. You can smell it. I love that smell of Play-Doh. That takes me back. The smell of Play-Doh, that takes me back to being a kid right there. What'd you find? That's like an evil shark. That's a real shark.
That's a real shark.
Are these like Toys R Us gumballs? Those are pretty awesome. I kind of want a gumball now. They've got Marvel, Spider-Man stuff here. So all kinds of cool toys. It's a small little just section. It's basically Macy's has a toy section now. Did Macy's always have a toy section? Leave a comment down below. You were telling me about these.
It's like almost like Zoltar, and then it does all this stuff, and there's like a creature. It's like that's the secret. Like it does all this stuff, and you don't know what's in there. All of a sudden it goes, poof, and it's like a mystery creature.
And they're like, what's up? And then you take the creature out, right? Yeah. That's crazy. That's pretty. How expensive are these? That's a whole.
Oh, by the way, nothing here. As far I'm pretty sure nothing here has prices on it. I'm almost positive.
Oh. So we have no idea how much that costs?
No, you have to go to the price check thing and then find out.
That's weird. I can only imagine that. It's gotta cost a lot because like that's a whole thing. That's like it's like an electronic thing, and it opens up and a character pops out. That's a thing. Look at lawn darts. I have legit lawn darts, like old school stab you in the face lawn darts at home. You ever play with those? The old ones with the spikes on them?
No.
You ever play with those?
They were already illegal by the time I was a kid.
I mean, I think they were illegal by the time I was a kid too, but we still have some. My dad had some up in the shed.
Some contraband lawn darts up in the shed.
They're still up there. They're still up in the shed to this day. I don't use them, but they're up there. Some Little Mermaid frisbees. Do kids still play with frisbees? Look at the Batman pop.
This Toys R Us is a good half the size of the one in my
house. So this is the small one, huh?
This is even smaller.
Maybe that's why they have the upstairs section too.
Yeah, this is even small. I'm looking at it.
That explains it.
They had a whole Jeffrey section. It had a whole bunch of action figures. More.
I love the reaction figures. Is that what this is, right?
Those are reactions.
Yeah, I love.
Electric Man figures coming out.
Look at these. See, part of me wants to start collecting them because they're so awesome, but I know better.
When they were $10,
what are they now?
They were cool. They're like $20.
What? Never mind. They're not that cool.
I couldn't tell you because there's no prices on any of these things. I'm telling you.
Come on, Toys R Us. Look at this. Some Disney princess. That's awesome. More Disney princess. These are cool. Definitely digging those. There's a lot of awesome Barbie here as well. There's pretty much everything. Do you have this?
That's not a Jeffrey.
Oh, I thought that was a Jeffrey.
No,
it's number 5?
Yeah, that's something else.
It's a friend number. Is that a 5 on it?
Yeah. Genuine giraffe.
Why is genuine giraffe of a 5? Hey, it's me. That scared me. I thought that was somebody looking at me. Why is he have a 5 on him?
I don't know, dude.
That's cool. I like the wizard.
Magic. It's like it's the NBC Peacock. Look at that.
Oh, the peacock's pretty cool. I dig him. All right, so what are these guys? Oh, there are more of these weird. What are these? These bee friends? I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I never heard of that either.
And they all have like a 5. Is that like all like a 5 on them? Why are they all?
Dude, look at this thing.
Why do they all have 5s on them? What's that mean? I don't know what that means.
It's a friggin' dinosaur.
Jeez. That's awesome. Is that Jurassic? Oh, it is Jurassic World.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Get away from me. That's creepy. Having way too much fun with that. Look at the Christmas Stitch. That's cool as well. I'm definitely digging that. So I didn't see your ornament or whatever it was you wanted to show me.
Well,
they don't have it here?
I got a bank.
Yeah, okay.
It was a...
Is there a Jeffrey Bank?
Yeah, it's a Toys R Us Jeffrey Bank. It says...
Is that here too?
It says I'm saving up for my next trip to Toys R Us.
Do they have that here or no?
No, they had a whole section of like Toys R Us bags, all kinds of stuff. None of that's here.
So don't... Basically what you're saying is if you want to check out the new Toys R Us, don't come out to the Exton Square Mall because...
No, go to the Willow Grove Park Mall.
Yeah.
Much better.
And that mall actually probably has other stores you can go to and stuff.
It's actually like not 90%.
It's a legit mall.
It's actually still in operation. I was shocked at how much is actually open.
If you come out to the Exton Square Mall, you're gonna not find very much, and apparently you're gonna find a very small little Toys R Us. But still, I wanted to show you guys that Toys R Us is back. It's awesome. If you grew up with Toys R Us, if you were like me and you were a Toys R Us kid, leave a comment down below. Let me hear your stories and your memories of going to Toys R Us. For me, I remember going out and buying bicycles. I remember going and buying Nintendo, like for the old NES. I used to buy Nintendo games there and stuff like that. To be honest, though, I wasn't as big of a Toys R Us kid as what's that?
I was going to say that the whole idea to put Toys R Us
fake campfire
inside Macy's was
fire. So were you a Toys R Us kid, or were you more of like a Kitty City kid or something?
I loved Kitty City. I mean, I was definitely a Kitty City person. I don't know if there were more Kitty Cities or just I lived closer to.
Well, I always say the story of why I was more of a Kitty City kid than a Toys R Us kid was because at the King of Prussia Mall, the Kitty City was built into the mall. It was like a flagship store in the mall, as opposed to the Toys R Us that's across the street from the mall. So it's still in the mall.
Oh, there was both there? I didn't realize that.
So Toys R Us was still in the mall, like shopping center area, but it wasn't attached to the mall. You had to drive to it. Whereas if you're already in the mall, you just walk right into the Kitty City. So
if you watch Dave's other channel, Cinema Sickness, you've seen us at the Feasterville Trevose Liberty Mutual Thrift, Liberty Thrift Ministries.
Is that a Kitty City?
Behind it.
Oh.
Behind it where, I think it's Michael's or something else. That
I didn't know
is
that.
where Kitty City was.
That's awesome. All right. Maybe I'll have to go visit that and see if it still has any remnants of Kitty City at all. Probably not. Maybe. Possibly.
It's been like 30 years.
Anyway, were you a Kitty City kid? Were you a Toys R Us kid? Leave a comment down below. I would still say I was a Toys R Us kid because we did still go to Toys R Us. We still frequented Toys R Us. Again, there was one near us. We went there. We used to buy stuff from Toys R Us all the time. When I got older, I used to go to Toys R Us all the time and buy toys and whatnot and video games from Toys R Us. I think I went there probably more as an adult than I probably went there as a kid. But still, as a kid, I did go to Toys R Us quite a bit, even though I probably went to Kitty City a little bit more. But leave a comment down below. Let me hear your stories about old toy stores and how sadly they no longer exist. I want to hear your memories of Toys R Us or your memories of Kitty City. That's fine too, or whatever other establishments. What else? Was there other things?
KB Toys.
Well, KB Toys was always a small thing. It wasn't a big thing, right?
There's Buy Me Toys.
What's Buy Me Toys?
In Mallrats.
Oh.
But
were there other like any big like flagships or not flagship stores? Big
FAO Shores was awesome.
Oh,
now the
what am I saying? I used to work for FAO Shores. I should remember that.
In King of Prussia Mall at one point.
Yeah, I did. I used to work there. It was awesome.
Now they still exist. There's a smaller flagship store at 30 Rock, but
here's the thing:
as crazy as it used to be.
Even though Toys R Us, FAO Shores, I would say definitely counts as one of those types of stores. There weren't many of them.
Right.
They were spread out here and there. There's one like in Prussia. They had some like down in Florida. There was one in New York and out in California. They had them all over the place, but they were a lot more spread out. It
wasn't a big chain.
It wasn't like Toys R Us where you like any town's gonna have a toy. Like within 5 minutes of any town, you're gonna have a Toys R Us or a KB Toys or maybe even on the East Coast we had like I said Kitty Cities. But were there any other stores? There had to have been. Probably on like the West Coast, they probably had other stuff. Leave comments down below. Let me know what toy store you used to go to. If you used to go to any big toy stores. But anyway, guys, with that, we're done. Just want to come out here, bring you out to the Toys R Us in Macy's. Want to show this to you guys. If you guys did not know, the Toys R Us is
Toys R Us and Macy's. Toys R Us and Macy's. Toys R Us.
If you didn't know, the Toys R Us was kind of sort of back. They're back in Macy's. I like how Chris is just saying
back in plush form.
Anyway, Toys R Us is back in Macy's. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. Amazing photo opportunity here with Jeffrey the giraffe. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Should we do it? Should we do the, as we leave? The, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. A million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. From bikes to games to, from bikes to trains to video games. There's the biggest toy store there is. I forgot. I don't want to grow up, cause if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
One more time. I don't want to grow up.
I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. All right, that's it. We're done. So as always, guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt. They're having fun with Toys R Us. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon. You can help putting gas in Vanabelle and in Pumpkins so we come out to interesting places like Macy's and check out the new Toys R Us stores inside them. Also check down below for a link to
Muppet stuff.
Definitely check out Muppet Stuff. Largest Muppet collection in the world and slightly impressive Toys R Us collection as well. So all right, guys. I don't know what's going on. We're getting out of here. This is weird. This place is being overrun by teenagers. So, all right, guys, that's it. So, like I was saying, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you guys do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow's video. All right, that's it. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us. All right, seriously. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.